hustling on the street or whatever, you know.
Well, listen, man. We're now live on 93.5. We're now live also on Facebook. And ladies and gentlemen, right here. To let people understand more about what it's like when you get hurt in an accident and you need financial compensation. This man right here, how much have you settled so far, Adam?
In my career,
Yeah.
at this point, we're close to $130 million. We'll do an accounting at the end of this year, which is thankfully only in a couple weeks. Doesn't that feel good to say that the end of 2020 is only in a couple of weeks? 21's not going to be easy either, but 20 was just full of all those surprises and drama and panic. At least in 21, we're like sophomores now. You come to school as a freshman, you're scared out of your mind, but now you're a sophomore, you got the hang of it a little bit. So we're into our sophomore year, but yeah, probably close to $130 million for my clients. And this year, we just hit over 20 million. I had a case come in last week for 77,500 on a case that the insurance company wanted to pay 30 grand, by the way. And that put us over $20 million for the year. So incredible numbers in the midst of a pandemic, incredible numbers considering that we haven't even been able to get to court, to litigate cases. Everything's virtual, just like we're doing right now over the phone or over on the computer. So a big deal. Probably one of my proudest moments of my legal career was last week in hitting that $20 million mark, because I really just reaffirm that.
You settled $20 million. You settled $20 million this year.
Yep.
$20 million this year for your clients.
Yep.
That's a lot of money, man. $20 million
it's a lot of money.
Dollars for your clients, man.
Listen, they're counting on me. They're counting on me to come through for them, and that's what I'm going to do. So, we do this show every day consistently just to get the word out, just to make sure people understand that there's an attorney out there that does things very, very differently. That's just not going to take your case and leave you in the dark, and that we hear that all the time, not only on the personal injury side, but the immigration side. My immigration partners aren't on the show with us today, but we handle our business the same way. If you come to us, we are going to fight for you like family. I swear to that we are going to do that.
The other thing also, as you talk about immigration, let me give out the number before we touch on that when it comes to personal injury. But once again, folks, if you're just joining us, this show is called Cruisin' with the Case Handler. The case handler happens to be that white guy right there, the black guy up top. That's me. All right. Okay. The case handler happens to be a man who is a true personal injury attorney. He treats you like family. It's one thing I love about him, and he loves getting money for people who get hurt. The number to call right now is 844-774-3529. Why would you call that number? You would call that number, God forbid you get hurt in an accident and you are in New York or New Jersey. If you get hurt in an accident and you're in New York or New Jersey, this is the man you need. They call him so many different names though. I like calling him the Shark. A gentleman the other day from upstate New York, somewhere, I think it's Newburgh, call him the Beast. They call him the Beast. We call him the case handler. He handles the cases, but we kind of like the Shark and the Beast more, But we only call him that name because he is that aggressive for you. I mean, if you get hurt in an accident, do you want some dude just dealing with the insurance company and just accepting whatever the insurance company offers? No, you want someone that's going to go out there and fight for you. All right. That's what you want. So ladies and gentlemen, let me say this much. When it comes to attorneys and getting hurt, this is the man. He is the most celebrated personal injury attorney, hands down, in the Caribbean community and beyond. And also, I've been doing, business with this man and helping out the community for over 15 years, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's all about. So when my friends get hurt, who do I call? Not the Ghostbusters. I call the case handler, because you've got one chance. You've got one choice. And genuinely, he is your case handler. He is the money man. He's the man that's going to get the money for you. A lot of people out there saying, oh, you know, I don't want to sue. And as a matter of fact, maybe you should talk about that, Adam, as I give the number, 844-774-3529. A lot of people may say, well, I was driving my uncle's car, my mom's car, my dad's car, and we got into an accident, but I don't want to sue the insurance company. I don't want to sue them. Why don't you talk a little bit about that? It is the insurance company, right?
Yep, absolutely. I mean, we go after the insurance as much as possible. Listen, there are times that insurance is not adequate to cover what the injuries are for my client. I mean, I once had a client get hit by a car. He was a pedestrian, broken leg, broken hip, surgery. This guy was all mashed up. And the guy that was driving didn't have a lot of insurance, but we knew he had a lot of money just because we did a search on him. And we got all the insurance money, and then we got personal contribution from him. But that's so rare. Usually in this business, you know, you go after the insurance, you lock in to the maximum amount of insurance you can get and go for that. And listen, that's why we pay these premiums. Trust me, every month, whether it's Geico, Progressive, Allstate, State Farm, you get that bill. Maybe you pay the year in full, but you know what I mean. You get that bill, and they expect payment every single month on time. And you know what happens if you don't pay it on time? They drop you.
Exactly.
Right? They take that money. So why should it not go both ways? If that's what insurance is for, everybody that says, oh, I don't need insurance, insurance is a scam, insurance is a ripoff, well, you're a fool. You're a fool. I mean, you know, as simple as that. Insurance is there for when things go terribly wrong. Like I said, I've been practicing as a personal injury attorney for nearly 17 years. No, 17 years now. I've helped thousands of people over almost at $130 million. I can guarantee you that every single one of those people woke up in the morning and did not expect to get into an accident. Right? That's the whole thing about accidents. That's why it's so scary. That's why it's so dangerous. That's why it's so devastating. It blindsides you, no pun intended. You never expect it to happen. And that's why you got to be prepared for when disaster strikes. You know, if anything we've learned this year in 2020 is be prepared, right? Because you never know when you're going to be called to think it through and take the appropriate actions, whether it's getting sick, whether it's dealing with these animals and the government trying to throw you out of this country. These are all things that you got to deal with. And as long as you know that you have an attorney that's there to fight for you, a law firm that's there to fight for you, not just like a file, but like a friend, but like family, you are one step ahead of the game amongst everybody else.
And we must remind you once again, let me reiterate, even if you are an immigrant in this country, the United States of America, even if you're out of status, even if you're just visiting, as long as you're here, as long as you're a human being, you're here in New York or New Jersey, and you get hurt, doesn't matter. Adam can go after that insurance company. Am I wrong or right?
You are 100% right. Listen, you're not always right, Squeeze, and I'm the first one to tell you when you're not. I'm just kidding. But you are 100% right there. Regardless of your immigration status, you're entitled to money under the law. You're entitled to money for your medical bills. You're entitled to money for your time out of work. You're entitled to money for your pain and suffering. I've settled cases where people have been visiting here from other countries, have been on a visa. We extended the visa so they can continue their medical treatment up here and handle their case. But then they had to go back home. And you know what we did? We wired the money down to them in the islands. Tax-free U.S. money.
Have you done anyone from Jamaica?
Of course. Listen, most of my clients are from Jamaica. You know, as much as I serve the immigrant community, I serve the Caribbean community. As much as I serve the Caribbean community, I serve the Jamaican community. I would say probably 75, 80% of my clients are from Jamrock. So yes, we've sent money to individuals down on in Jamaica. We've sent money down to the family down in Jamaica. People say they're up here. They're listen. They're out of stat. This is interesting, Squeeze. We've had this before. They're up here in the United States. What are you pouring some BioLife right there?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
That's a little cross marketing right there.
Oh. Yeah, something like that.
Good. We have people that are out of status here in the United States that get into the accident. We get them money. Let's say we get them $200,000, $500,000, $1 million, right? Mm-hmm. What are they going to do with it? They can't do anything because they are either don't have bank accounts up here or don't trust to putting in a bank account. So we wire the money back home to them.
And that's beautiful, man. You see, and these are the things, Adam, that people don't understand. You know, that when you as an attorney get on this radio station 93.5 that we're currently on right now, and we're live on Instagram and also Facebook, people need to understand you don't want an attorney that's going to treat you like a number. You understand? You want an attorney that understands you, has worked with the culture, understand your culture. Adam was down in Jamaica the other day. Tell them a conversation you had with people down there in reference to the power.
Well, it wasn't the other day. It was, believe it or not, it was exactly 1 year ago. But
1 year ago, yeah.
When I was
that's the other day, man. That's what Jamaicans say. Just the other day, you know.
Yeah, just the other day. Well, but we were on with the Jamaican consulate, and they all knew who I was. They all knew who you were too. So that was an amazing experience last week. But yeah, when I was down in the island, I was talking to a lot of the individuals. We stayed at the Hyatt Ziva Rose in Montego Bay.
Nice,
beautiful place, right? Yeah, beautiful place. And unfortunately, I was on the family side, not the couple side, but that's a whole nother story. I was following that trail of drunk people back to the couple side, and then I had to come back to the family side. But, I met some wonderful people, some beautiful people, and they were asking me, what we do and how we handle our immigration cases and how we handle our personal injury cases. And we were talking about the amounts of money that I get for people, 50,000, 100,000, 500,000, 5 million. And they just looked at me with their jaws down because they understand that, let's say, $210,000 in America, right? I get you a settlement, 210,000. What that can do down in the islands is incredible.
Oh yeah,
life-changing for sure. It's life-changing up here for sure, but you can change
more so
your entire family life down there.
That is absolutely true. Once again, folks, if you're just joining us, I'm speaking with Adam Handler, a personal injury attorney that works with the firm, or he's a partner at the firm, Pollack, Isaac, and Nasico. I'd like to say they're one of the leading law firms here in New York State in the capacity of personal injury, immigration, and more. And as a broadcaster since 1996, I 100% endorse this attorney. Of course, there's a phone line blow up here. Let me just put that out. So many calls, man. As a broadcaster that's been on the station since 1996, and as a businessman within the community and outside of the community with multiple businesses, I would say to everyone out there, this is the man. This is your man. If you ever get hurt in an accident, you don't want to use another attorney, because I've seen where many others have gone to other attorneys. And I'm not saying the other attorneys are bad. I'm just saying the way he will treat you, it's not just that he's treating you like family, but the way he goes after the insurance companies to make sure that you get all the money that you truly deserve. There goes that word, Adam.
Well, there's a difference, Squeeze. Yes. Are there a lot of attorneys out there? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Are the other attorneys that either broadcast at the top of the hour of this station or later on the day, are they bad? No, they're not bad attorneys, but they're not great attorneys. There's a difference. That's what sets my practice apart. We understand the community. We've embraced the community that's embraced us, but we're also really, really, really good. I mean, listen, if we were super nice guys that just, love Caribbean people, wonderful. I mean, what does that get you? I mean, you have to also deliver, people come to you because they got one shot. There are no redos in personal injury. And I can guarantee you that every single individual that broadcasts on this station, if God forbid they were ever in an accident, where do you think they're going? Forget about the money they get for advertising. If they ever get into a terrible, terrible accident, who do you think they're calling, Squeeze?
Well, who else?
They're calling the case handler.
Exactly, the case handler. I mean, who else? I mean, I thought that was a rhetorical question.
Well, I wanted to hear you say it because it sounded nice.
I mean, listen, everybody knows that. Every single person within the Caribbean community. If you're not with Adam Handler, you don't really have the right handler. All right? You don't have the right handler. You don't have the right handler. He is the case handler.
Well,
You know,
you stand to be a victim twice. You know, I always say when you're in an accident, you're a victim. You're a victim of negligence, you're a victim of an injury, you're a victim of an accident. Then when you go to the wrong lawyer and the insurance company screws you over, or worse off, your lawyer screws you over, now you're a victim twice. How do you prevent yourself from being a victim twice, Squeeze?
you simply call the case handler. That's how I look at it.
Often
You call
implicated,
it,
never duplicated.
yeah. You could just call the case handler. All right. No, Adam, it's I need a true success story, man. You're
True
gonna have to
success.
tell.
So it's gonna be a little hard to do because I'm multitasking right now. For everybody listening on the radio right now, we've got it first, right? We said I've been practicing for 17 years. I've been in the radio for 15 years. This is the first time that we are on the radio. We're on Facebook Live and we're also on Instagram. So I don't know where to look. Do I look here for Facebook? Do I
Doesn't
look
matter, man.
here for
As long as
Instagram? Where do we
you
look?
look at Facebook
Well,
because that's it.
well, listen,
Look at the Facebook.
whatever platform we're on, the message is very clear, and it's that we're attorneys that do things, very, very differently. We're really successful. We love what we do, and we'll knock it out of the park for you. Let's see if I can multitask here and get us a true life success story. So forgive me, Instagram viewers. I got to show my Facebook squad some love.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. Yeah, there you go.
All
man.
right. So look at these numbers. Maybe you can read some of these numbers to the people out there, and then we'll click
Absolutely.
on one particular case.
Absolutely. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is David Squeeze Annakie. I'm a broadcaster right here on 93.5 WVIP FM in New York. And also we're broadcasting on Facebook and Instagram now. The show is called Cruising with the Case Handler. The case handler is an attorney, a personal injury attorney, the top personal injury attorney, in my opinion, who have had many verdicts and settlements throughout the past 15 years. So he has helped, as a matter of fact, thousands of people in different capacities, okay, to get settlements. Now, let's just run through some of these settlements. I'm looking at settlements here at $5.2 million, $5 million, $3.8 million. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, feel free to log on to thecasehandler.com and see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, actually, I should add that for those of you listening on 93.5 FM, thank you so much. We're so happy that you're with us right now. You could be listening to a million other things. Take it one step further when you can. If you can safely do so now or later, check out the Case Handler on Facebook. Check out the Case Handler on Instagram. And for those of you watching us on Instagram Live, thank you so much. If you could like and follow my page, it would mean the world to me. It would really make my day. Just because you can be connected in my practice, you'd see we post on almost a daily basis content. Every Tuesday, we have what's called Testimonial Tuesday, and that's a true life success story. Because don't take my word for it. Don't take Squeeze's word for it. Don't take the other DJs on this radio station that have been endorsing me for decades. Don't take their word for it. Take the word of those that have unfortunately come before you, woke up in the morning, got in a terrible accident, called your boy, let me work on their case, and then delivered a huge settlement for them at the end.
So that's the reason why we say go with the case handler. The phone number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. This is a show that comes your way each and every single weekday at 9:30 a.m. right here on 93.5 FM, and also on Facebook. My page, David Squeeze Annakie's page, Adam's page, the case handler, and also PPID's page. The number 844-774-3529. Now, Adam, let's go to that $835,000 settlement. Can we go to that one?
Yeah, this one's crazy. We've shown this one a couple of times. This is Jim. Man, and the reason why it's crazy is because we had such great evidence. Now, Squeeze, what do you think evidence, we know what evidence is, but in a personal injury case, what are the types of evidence do you think that we use? Give me some examples of what you would think evidence would be.
I think you use cameras, you use witnesses. Talk to me.
Right. Photographs, videos, police reports, witness statements, medical records. In fact, even your own testimony, right? Your sworn statement under oath at a deposition or at an examination. That's all evidence as well. And the evidence in this case was very compelling. This was Jim. he was working on the new now it's called the Cuomo Bridge. Can you hear me?
Don't know what happened to Adam there.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yep, we can hear you now. You're good.
Right.
You're back.
I haven't done anything. Maybe that's the problem. Who knows? But he's on the Cuomo Bridge, the old Tappan Zee Bridge. Well, it's the new bridge now. He's working, and all of a sudden, a tractor trailer doesn't see his truck parked on the bridge and just slams right into him. Look at these photographs, Squeeze. I mean, you can see a picture of the tractor trailer completely flipped over that hit him. You can see Jim's vehicle, which is all smashed in after the accident. And, you know, what was very interesting about Jim's case is that several years before, he had another accident. He was a volunteer firefighter, got into another accident, and this had very similar injuries, but through the doctor's notes and diagnostic testing, we were able to show that this accident exacerbated and accelerated the injury, and the insurance company was still on the hook. Just because you got in a prior accident doesn't mean you can't bring a case. Just because you had a prior accident case to a similar body part doesn't mean you can't bring a case. You have to prove that the second accident either exacerbated it, made it worse, or caused a different injury. And that's exactly what we were able to do. And we were able to get him $835,000, which was actually the maximum amount. It was $1 million insurance policy, but between the damage to the bridge and the damage to Jim's work vehicle, that was paid out first, and then we had $835,000 left. It all went to him.
Wow, $835,000. Was the man happy? I want to know that.
Was the man happy? Look at that face, my brother.
Yeah, sure looks like he's happy.
You know what's actually interesting about Jim as well? From Jamaica. His family is of Chinese descent. I didn't realize that there's a sizable Asian community living in Jamaica.
Listen, that's the reason why the motto is out of many one people. There's so many different ethnicities, you know, in Jamaica, you know, believe it or not, out of many one people. So you got white, you've got Jews, you've got Asians, you've got Latinos, you got everybody.
Well, that's like me. They call me the Jamaican, right?
You are the Jamaican, you know. But anyway, I'm very happy that you got him $835,000 as a settlement. Now, people are probably hearing these figures and saying, they got to be joking. They really got somebody $835,000 in a car accident? I always heard about $5,000, $10,000, $20,000. How could he get $835,000? That's unbelievable. So people will hear these numbers, Adam. But you know what I want to say, folks? When I was growing up, I used to hear those small numbers too. But you know why? People just went to any attorney and said, yeah, I got into a car accident. And then you're very happy to get $3,000 or $5,000. Someone knocking on your door offering you $500. It's cash, it's money. So you're quick to take it. You need an attorney that will do his or her due diligence.
And Squeeze, if I can just add one thing, you know, not every case is $1 million case. Right. Not every case is 835,000. And we take those smaller cases and we work on those smaller cases just like we work on our bigger cases. You know, we are committed to making every case our most important case. So whether it's a small case or a large case, you're still going to get the same attention. We're still going to fight for you like family because we understand whether you got a $10,000 case, $100,000 case, $1 million case, a $5 million case. We are your one and only shot at full compensation. And that's what we go for, the full compensation.
Well, one of the things that you and your team does, Adam Handler, is that I personally believe that you pay attention to detail more than other attorneys. I've heard stories where people went to other attorneys and they literally got screwed. Now, when I say pay attention to details, I believe it was a Brooklyn slip and fall that you had demonstrated here on the show before, where you guys actually went and got photos of some crack that was in the sidewalk. Who does that? Adam Handler.
Well, we have to, you know, we use every resource available. We use, we've gone searching through the internet, trying to find photographs of a particular location
Use
before
Google
the
Maps.
accident occurred to find that defect, to show that that defect was there for a significant amount of time, or at least the amount of time that the landowner should have known about it. So yes, we cross every T, dot every I, and a very good friend of mine said something several years ago that is really true. And if you're going to be successful, if you're going to be a professional, if you're going to hold yourself out to be the best, right? I can't say I'm the best, but if you're going to hold yourself out and act like you are, if it's worth doing, Squeeze, it's worth doing right.
That is absolutely true. Just hiding one of those knuckleheads on Instagram. All right. So once again, folks, this show has been Cruising with a Case Handler, a show on personal injury today. And this man, you need his number. God forbid you get hurt in New Jersey or New York. His number is 844-774-3529. 844-774-3529. Before we go, Adam, there's an announcement that we need to make. The immigration side of the firm, right? The consultations will be ending at the end of this month. So everybody out there that needs
the free consultation,
the free consultation are ending. So right now, if you would like to speak with an attorney for free about your immigration situation, you want to speak with the Nelsons, the Conrad Pollacks, the Andreas, the Alexandras, the Yees. You want to speak with an immigration attorney. There's another department at the firm, PPID, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico, of which Adam is a partner. You can call now the same number and schedule a free phone consultation and ask any U.S. immigration question. Yes, it's true. You can get your immigration questions answered on the United States right here. So maybe you're in a marriage, maybe you want to get married, maybe you want to know how to get a visa, how to get a green card. Dial the number right there on the screen on Facebook, all right? And if you're on Instagram, here is the number. If one of my colleagues can put up the number, I'd appreciate it. The number is 844-774-3529. That's 844-774-3529. The firm is called Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. We refer to them as PPID. They're located in New York City at 225 Broadway on the 3rd floor. No need to go above that. The 3rd floor. It's a full service law firm. Yes, on personal injury if you get hurt. Yes, on immigration if you need help. DACA is going to be a big discussion tomorrow when the immigration attorneys come on at 9:30 a.m. on 93.5 FM and also on Facebook, David Squeeze Atticus page, the case handler page, PPID, the firm's page. Make sure if you want that free phone consultation, get it now. The free phone consultations are ending. They will be charging. So call them now at 844-774-3529. Note the number, 844-774-3529. Just dial it, let it ring 15 seconds, then you can hang up. Store the number, 844-PPID-LAW. Law.
It's 10 o'clock.
That's what it is.
You got it, brother.
Want to say thanks to all the Instagram followers. Thank you all so much. Remember to follow my friend's page, and that's Adam Handler. If and when you need a good attorney, you need to reach out to him first. Every single one of you watching us on Instagram, watching us on Facebook, we love you. We got mad love for you, especially those people out there who are sharing the information with others, knowing that people genuinely need help. It's what we do right here. We love helping people. It's the reason why we get up every single day and do the show consistently every single day. Even over the holidays, you will see the show, ladies and gentlemen. So remember, you need an attorney, you got him. PPID, Pollack, Isaac, and DeSico. Prior results do not guarantee civil outcome. And yes, it's an attorney advertisement brought to you by the law firm PPID. But I'm saying it again. If you get hurt in an accident, you need the case handler. A slip and fall, you need the case handler. A medical malpractice, you need the case handler. A construction accident, you need the case handler. Ladies and gentlemen, a car accident, you need the case handler. 844-774-3529. I am David Squeeze Annakie. I'm out for today, Monday. What about you, Adam?
Am I out?
No, meaning I'm out. Meaning the show is ending. Street for done.
I mean, the show may be ending, but my work is just starting, man. I got people counting on me. I got files, I got cases, I got people, I got settlements. I got to keep doing my thing. So the show is over, but but the work squeeze has just begun.
Thank you so much, my brother, for being here, man. Looking forward to speaking with you again tomorrow.
Thank you. This was an interesting three-way today between the radio, the
Instagram.
show, and Instagram. Never thought that I'd have a three-way on a Monday morning like this.
There you go, man. All right. Boom. Let's thank you all, folks.